Hey guys, welcome to this quick information session regarding the EMK study pathway, emotions and metaphysical kinesiology. I'm just going to run you through some information regarding the courses and the full EMK pathway. If you have any questions after listening to this video, please reach out, send me a message on Instagram, on Facebook, send me an email, or we can jump on the phone and have a chat and I can answer your questions and see if this is the right fit for you. So I'm going to jump into the presentation now and yeah, thanks again for taking the time to listen. Okay, so we're talking here about the EMK study pathway. I just want to start with some little information about me. For those who don't know me, I'm Ash. I'm an intuitive Reiki practitioner and emotions and metaphysical kinesiology practitioner and instructor based in the Bass Coast and South Gippsland area. So I've been practicing tarot and readings and Reiki for a long time now. But my love of kinesiology really came about after experiencing firsthand the profound healing of my own physical and mental illness after the birth of my second daughter. So I had tried lots of different things, psychologists, other health practitioners. Nothing was really resonating for me until I found kinesiology. And I remember having a session and within a couple of weeks could feel the shifts, and within a few sessions was feeling like a completely different person. I healed a thyroid disorder, really supported my mental health, and my life has never been the same since, which is why I'm now super passionate about what I do, what kinesiology does, and our body's innate ability to heal and the impact that our emotions and past traumas have on our health, happiness, and our ability to live life as the highest expressions of ourselves and really step into our full potential. So that's what I'm super passionate about. I stepped into my business in February last year after 15 years in corporate, in a secure, stable, reliable job. I stepped full-time into my business. I wasn't happy doing that work anymore. It was really kind of draining me, and I just knew it wasn't aligned, and I knew that this was what I needed to do. So within 12 months, I've had huge growth in my business. It's exceeded what I was earning at my previous job. I'm now booked out to the middle of the year. I'm so grateful, so blown away. But what it does show me is that there is more need for this work and for more kinesiologists in our area and within this country. So I'm really honored to be an instructor and to be able to share the gift of EMK and support the growth and development of more EMK practitioners. So, a little bit about the founder of EMK, which is Denise Robinson. She's the absolute queen of kinesiology. She's the one who developed and created this incredible modality. And she's been a kinesiologist for over 19 years. She's worked with thousands of clients. She's recently, only last year, stopped doing one-on-one sessions because she's expanding and taking EMK global and doing so many amazing things. So she's rolling out all of her courses, which she's been doing for a few years now, but that's really seen huge growth. She also does a lot of one-on-one coaching. She runs a lot of masterclasses for kinesiologists and existing practitioners and other people in the health industry. And she also creates some beautiful heart-centered products herself. She has a huge array of products and remedies and support tools for healing. And so, yeah, she's a very talented woman. So that's Denise. So, what is EMK? So, EMK is a unique health modality that ultimately supports the process to clear stress, fear, trauma, and pain in our bodies. So, what we're really doing in EMK is we're tapping into the subconscious mind, where 90% of our information and our stress and our memories and beliefs and patterning is held. And we're tapping into that to help to clear any negative patterns, limiting beliefs and stress, and really bring things to the surface. So EMK is really rooted in traditional Chinese medicine, where the belief and philosophy is that our body is communicating to us through our symptoms, and that there's a strong link between energy, emotions, and metaphysical links with the connections with our physical body. So the way that EMK really differs from other modalities is that a lot of other kinesiology modalities focus on the physical body, on the structure of the body, whereas this is more around the energy and the emotions and metaphysics compared to some of those other older modalities. So it's a very yin-based modality versus the yang Western medicine format. The philosophy is that the only way that we can truly heal pain, stress, fear, and trauma is to feel the emotion and process those triggers related to the pain so the body can heal. So, this is all about bringing things back into our conscious awareness. So, like I said, 90% lives in the subconscious, 10% in the conscious. This is about bringing it back into our conscious mind, into our awareness, so that we can really feel it, shift it, and process it. So, the belief is that when we hold on to these things, when we push them down, we push them aside, and we don't process them, the energy and emotions become stuck, stored, and stagnant in the body. And over time, as stress begins to stack in the body goes, I can't handle anymore. And this is where it'll start to communicate to you through both physical and mental ailments. So we believe that every physical symptom has an underlying emotion attached to it. And so by tapping into the emotions hidden into that stress or pain or dis-ease within the body and processing them, we're able to clear old patterns, old limiting beliefs, old ways, emotional stresses, and really actually shift then those symptoms in the body by bringing the body back into homeostasis so it can naturally heal itself. So again, where other modalities primarily focus on the physical body and the structural systems of the body, we more focus on the heart, the mind, the emotions, and the metaphysics, and really getting that deep connection with the client. What makes EMK stand out? Connection, I've spoken about it a bit, that really deep connection between the client and the practitioner. So we learn a lot around active listening, counseling with our clients, really getting to the deep core of their issues and their goals. We use a lot of NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming techniques we learn so that the client really feels completely heard, held, supported, and in a safe space. And that's how we need to feel in order to heal. Emotions, as I said, we work with the subconscious mind and trapped emotions in the body and allowing those to be processed and cleared. We work with the metaphysics. So this is really fun, tapping into the metaphysical energy. So, and the metaphors associated with physical pain and symptoms of dis-ease in the body. So for example, if someone comes in and they've got an issue with their throat, lump in their throat, phlegm, sore throat, we might be looking at the throat chakra, and it could be testing up that, they're not feeling heard by somebody in their life, or there's something they want to say to somebody that they're unable to say. So that's the sort of link in that we're looking in as well. Energy systems, we work with lots of different energy systems in EMK. The brain, the spine, nervous system, immune system, different organs, the Chinese 5 elements, meridians, chakras, transpersonal chakras, and auras. So lots of different energy systems within the body. It's very heart-centered and very based upon traditional Chinese medicine. So it's very well researched around that modality, blended with metaphysical and emotional outlook, which really helps to connect our heart and soul. We use lots of healing remedies. This is the fun part. It's a remedy-based modality. So we're using lots of different remedies in EMK to help shift and clear energy. So I'll go through some of those remedies a little bit more throughout the presentation. We tap into all of the senses. So as I said, some other modalities just focus very much on the physical body. We're looking at sight, touch, smell, taste, sound, and intuition. And we learn lots of different unique protocols within here as well to help shift our energy. So things around nervous system, self-esteem, love, reactivity, anxiety, being in a lack mindset, headache, stress, self-love, energy, sleep, lots of different things. Nature is something we work with a lot in EMK. So around nature's healing chi. So again, nature really helps us to connect in with our heart's energy and to really ground our energy and connect both our heart and our body. So we work a lot with nature. It's really hands-on. EMK is super hands-on with the client, but also in the study program as well. You'll get lots of practical hands-on experience throughout the courses, lots of practice, which is really fun. We can also teach you how to work with children and animals. I work a lot with children in clinic. I love working with children. They're super open, they shift really quickly. And I know a lot of practitioners that work with animals as well. So even after the initial kinesi course, you can go home and do a balance on your friends and family. But animals is something that a lot of people really love to work with, and you'll learn about that throughout the courses as well. We've also got information around business setup, which you'll learn later throughout the program with Denise in the EMK practitioner program, which is at the end after the in-person courses. You'll learn lots about business establishment and setup and marketing and client admin and clinic admin and just the way to structure things and how you can really get your business off the ground and running, which was super helpful for me. What are the benefits of learning EMK? It's fully accredited and certified with the IICT in terms of providing membership and insurance. So we've got it under specialized kinesiology modality, which is really, really cool. So it's fully accredited and certified. Super affordable course. I know when I was looking around, like the total course fees to do the whole thing, become a certified practitioner, is 8,800. And some of the courses that I were looking at were around $20,000 to $25,000 plus. And, you know, so this is just super affordable in relation to that. And I have been able to make that back so quickly in my business. So it's been the best money that I've ever spent. So super affordable. And to be honest, so jam-packed. There's so much more in this course than in a lot of other courses. Supportive environment, it's super warm, friendly, fun, inviting, safe, secure, really beautiful environment to learn in. You'll connect with beautiful, like-minded souls. Honestly, my study time was one of the best times of my life. I made some lifelong friends. It was actually really bittersweet when I finished because I loved my in-person courses so, so much. I was a bit sad when they were finished. You know, but yeah, it was an amazing experience. So you'll absolutely love the study environment. Comprehensive manuals, you'll get all of your course training manuals when you attend each course. These have got so much information in them, all the balancing protocols and things like that. And they'll take you right through to doing, you know, balances on friends and family, your case studies if you choose to proceed, and working with clients. I've still got all my manuals. They're looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment, but they're amazing and full of incredible content to support you. Adult style learning, so it's friendly, easy, it's all open book. So even any of the assessments that you do are all open book, multiple choice, short answer. So they're super easy and you can complete at your own pace. And you can actually go through the full pathway in a period of 10 months. That's how quick you can become a practitioner. But you can also complete it at your own pace and you can spread it out up to 5 years as well if you want to. Won't cover off on this too much, just talks about obviously being accredited and certified with the IICT. There's a couple of different ways you can study. You can do the start of the year intake. So I've got a course running next month in February, 22nd to 23rd of Feb. Enrollment's closed for that on the 1st of February. So you will need to be enrolled by that date because I need time in order to order your manuals and a few extra things that you'll get during the course. So then you can just sort of complete each course throughout the year and do it that way. Otherwise, you can do the mid-year intake as well. I've had quite a bit of interest in this, so I may run another Kinesi intro course in March and there may be another one mid-year as well. But for now, I've only got the one running in Feb. So yeah. So Kinesi Intro course, this is the one running in Feb. This is the foundational course. This is your taster into kinesiology and the EMK modality. This is one of the most jam-packed courses. There is so much included in this course. You will go away with so many tools to be able to do a balance on yourself, friends and family, and to really maybe incorporate some cool things into your existing practice. This is where you'll learn muscle testing. Main thing we need to know as a kinesiologist, how to actually communicate with the subconscious mind and the body, how to self-test as well. We'll learn pre-check, so making sure that the body's switched on, all the energy is running smoothly before we dive into the session, into the body. We learn how to balance the nervous system. Super, super powerful. This protocol wasn't in there when I studied initially, but yeah, I use it honestly probably with 80 to 90% of my clients, like everyone's nervous system is out at the moment and dysregulated. So super powerful. So you learn that in kinesi. We learn about connection points. We learn how to age recess. So this is where we can go back in time to certain ages or times in people's lives where things happened, stress or trauma or patterns started in their life. So it's really powerful. And we can test if the client doesn't know what it relates to, we can test what the involvement is. So was it to do with them? Was it in relation to school, friends, parents, siblings, male, female, that kind of thing? And then we also dive heavily into remedies in this as well. So this is your deep dive into things like crystals, essential oils, color therapy, flower essences, sound therapy, affirmations, oracle cards, and so much more. There is so much fun and learning with remedies in the Kinesi intro course. So it's jam-packed, and that one is 2 days, as I said, 22nd to 23rd of Feb for that one. Mastery of the 5 elements. This one is super fun. This is based on the Chinese 5 elements: fire, earth, metal, water, and wood, from the traditional Chinese medicine model. So with the Chinese 5 elements, we all embody each of these 5 elements, but they can become out of balance. So we learn about the different elements. We learn how to test which ones are out of balance and how that can show up in the body. We actually learn a lot about acupressure points here as well. So this is sort of your introduction into acupressure points too, and how to use them in relation to the 5 elements. And we also do something called constitutional profiling. So as much as we all embody the 5 elements, we also all are usually one main constitution. So that means, you might be a fire person, earth person, metal person, water person, wood person. So we get to find out what element we are. And we can also have some fun with that in terms of what other people in the group are. And then you might have some fun with like who which element your partner is, or your mum or your sister. And it's really interesting. I'm at a point now where I see people and can kind of go, yeah, they're that element. But it's really insightful. It reminds me a lot of knowing your star sign or knowing your human design. It just really provides a deeper knowing and understanding and layer of the way that you are designed, and the way that you tick at your core, and what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can really play to those, which is really, really fun and interesting. So yeah, here we work more with different remedies around acupressure points, acupressure tools, and we start to bring in a bit of nature's healing chi as well here, using things like mud and wood. And we also cover off a little bit around nutrition as well here. So we can't provide recommendations or advice around nutritional things for clients, but sometimes things around nutrition will test up, and we can absolutely dive into that. And then if the client needs to, we can refer them on to nutritionist, naturopath, or their health provider. And we also start to cover off on things that the client might need to do post a balance as well in terms of activities or spiritual practices. So these can be things like, if somebody's water element was out and they needed more water, they might need to do a water immersion. They might either take a bath a certain amount of times in the week. They might need to go down and look at the water, and we can sort of test up things that the body needs to further bring that element in and to integrate that balance. So yeah, that course is 2 days as well. The next one is meridians. This is a big one. Meridians are just energy lines, energy channels in the body where energy flows through the body, and it can become stuck and stored and stagnant in the body. And each of the meridians, so there's 14 main ones, they all link in with different organs. So we talk about and learn about the 14 different meridians within the body, the organs they relate to, and the emotional and physical indications of imbalance. We learn how to test which one's out of balance. We also learn how to effectively use all of the acupressure points. There's 361 in the body. You don't need to memorize them all. They're all in your manual. They're all in the charts that we use and you can get. And we talk about the metaphysical and emotional and physical links in with each of those acupressure points. So if an acupressure point comes up, why, what does it relate to? What emotions is it clearing? What might it link into for the client? So we can really take a deep dive into that. We also learn about the 8 extra meridians, and here we incorporate a few more remedies in terms of acupressure tools. So things like Moxie, warming tools, tiger warmers, different press studs and things like that we can use on the different meridian points, which is really cool. We also incorporate some shamanic healing tools in here, and also some more of that nature's healing chi with maybe some river water, leaves, and a few more things there. So with each course, we're sort of introducing more remedies too. Chakra healing, a lot of people have heard about chakras and know the basics of chakras. So this one's really, really interesting to take a deeper dive into that. I felt like I had a good understanding, but this just expanded things to a whole new level for me. Chakras is something I work with a lot in session. Probably in most sessions, I'm in at least one of the chakras. They're really common to work with. So we learn about the 7 major ones through the center of the body, the endocrine gland and what it governs and what physical parts of the body that chakra relates to. We also learn about the minor chakras, their purpose, connections, and metaphors. We learn how to test for imbalances, which chakra is out. Is it overactive? Is it underactive? We also work a lot more with the pendulum here, if you've worked with a pendulum or know what a pendulum is, and how we can use those to balance the chakras as well. Here I find we use lots of remedies with a lot of color more often. So lots of color therapy, we use the colorful light torch. We might use the color cards. Things can test up here for clients around eating different colored foods or wearing different colored clothing. So this is really fun to work with as well. And that's a 2-day course. Okay. Then we've got aura balancing. I've just skipped past one. I'll just go back. So the next one is actually transpersonal chakras. So you might have heard about the 7 main chakras, but you may not have heard about transpersonal. These are super interesting. If you are spiritually inclined, love to kind of know about the higher realms, connect with your higher self, your higher purpose, your soul mission, you will absolutely love this course. So we've got the 7 main ones that run through the body, and the transpersonal ones are the ones that sit outside of the body. So we've got 1 down below the feet, and we've got 5 up above the crown of the head. So as I said, these connect in with things like higher purpose, soul mission, Akashic records, our spiritual blueprint. We're really kind of connecting in with those higher realms, and these often come up for people that are going through big transformation or really trying to connect in with their life's plan and their life's purpose. So these are amazing. I loved this course so much. So we learn all about those. We learn how to test for universal connection. This is how connected you are to source, to spirit, to the universe, which is really interesting. And we also learn about surrogacy. So this is where we can be holding energy for other people. We also use a lot of shamanic healing tools in this, a lot of energy work in this one because we're working outside of the body. So we might be working with sort of hands-on healing. We do a lot of figure 8 work. We do a lot of spiral energy stuff. We incorporate a lot of feather work in here, some smudging and saging, and shells and things like that as well. So this one's quite kind of on that spiritual layer. The last one is aura balancing. So again, you might have heard about auras. These are the energy layers that sit outside of our body. We've got the physical body, and then we've got 7 layers that sit outside of that. So we learn about the 7 layers, how they link in with different qualities, emotions, and how they can look and feel when they're imbalanced and balanced. And different shapes and symbols that can live in the aura as well. This one is super fun. We get to kind of feel into people's auras. And I remember that I felt like my ability with my energy work really grew significantly when I did this course because it just really allowed me to connect in with energy more. That was really fun. We learned how to clear negative energy fields, negative attachments and entities, which is really interesting. They have a huge impact on the body, often make us feel really scattered, anxious, depleted, and often we have them. We can pick them up at hospitals and lower vibrational places. And if we're sick or just feeling a bit flat, we can really pick them up as well. So lots of people kind of have those without realizing. So they're super powerful. We also learn about crystal gritting. We do a lot of that in here. And again, more of the energy work and lots more like saging and smudging in here. So working with Palo Santo, sage, incense, and things like that. So they're the courses in person with me. Here's a snapshot of all of the EMK healing remedies that you get to learn about and work with. As I said, there is so many. So you won't learn all of these in Kinesi. As I said, we introduce different ones throughout the courses, depending on what energy system we're working in and working on. But there is so many, and they're all incredible to work with. And as I said, this is a remedies-based modality, so we work with a lot of remedies. I'll cover off on this briefly. This is the final EMK practitioner certification. So once you do all the in-person courses with me, if you want to become a practitioner and get certified, you have to do this program with Denise, which runs over 6 weeks. You can do it online in the evenings, and you can do it online in the daytime. So it is online only. I think the evenings are 2 nights a week for the 6 weeks, maybe a Tuesday, Thursday from memory. That could change. And the daytime one, last time that I was aware, was on a Thursday. Again, that day could change, but it is just one day a week for the 6 weeks for the daytime group. So you can sort of choose which one, depending on your life and where you're at and what suits in with you. Module 1 is just about the fundamentals. We cover off on a lot that you've already covered off on with me. Denise will go through all of that. She'll also teach you a heap of new protocols: self-esteem, love, oxygen, money, sabotage. She goes through a lot of grounding and breath techniques, surrogacy, which is where you're muscle testing for another person. So this is where, I often use this if a parent wants their young child to have a session, but they're too young to come in and have muscle testing. The parent will come in, and what we do is surrogacy. So that's where the parent is taking on the energy of the child, and I'm working on the energy of the child through the parent. So that's really powerful to be able to do. And that's what we do when we work online too. So if I'm doing an online session, I'm surrogating that person's energy. I'm taking on that energy and I'm working through them through me. So you'll learn that with Denise. You'll also learn more about working with children and animals in her practitioner program. I don't cover off on a lot on that through the in-person questions. She'll take a deep dive into that and really show you how to work with kids and animals. She covers a lot on self-responsibility to do with you as a practitioner and your clients. She covers off on things like your new client questionnaire that you'll need to have in clinic, as well as your session record sheet and just a few more clinic things. Module 2 covers off on more around emotions. You do map of consciousness, which is really interesting. You'll learn more about metaphors and meanings associated with remedies and why different remedies come up, like why would a crystal test up, or why would you be using an oil, and metaphysically what that means. You'll learn temporal tapping, cross-patterning protocol, left and right sides of the brain. These are all super powerful, particularly temporal tapping with affirmations and really cementing those. And she'll go over constitutions again from 5 elements and a few more protocols, as well as food sensitivity testing, which is really interesting. Again, we can't recommend too much on that, but it's just interesting when that tests up for clients. Module 3 is learning about all of the different workshops. So when you become qualified, you actually get qualified to run some wellbeing workshops as well, which is really, really cool. So there's 8 different wellbeing workshops you'll be qualified to run. I really wanted to dive into these. I just haven't been able to because I've got so busy in clinic, but these are awesome. These will be a great way to get your business out there, to grow, to get clients coming through. So there's ones around abundance, clearing your mind, heart connection, chill, sleep, energy, lots of those things. So they're really cool. You'll get all of the resources and information to be able to go out and run those workshops, and can run them with a group of people. And as I said, it's a great another little income stream and avenue for your business as well. Module 4 is around communication. So this is about communicating with clients, but also in terms of marketing and things as well. So she covers a lot more on communicating with your clients in the sessions, and getting them feeling really comfortable, and also getting really clear goals from them as well. So this was really helpful. And she just goes into that in a lot more detail. She also covers off on things like body language, and things like that, and creating engaging presentations and marketing. This is module 5. This one was a game changer for me. This is all about setting up your business. If you feel like you've got no idea on how to set up a business, you need to do this module. It's all about registering your business, social media platforms, hints and tips. She's an absolute guru with social media. I learned so much from her around this. You also learn about how to use Canva to create posts and content. I had no idea, but after a tutorial with Denise, I feel like I know how to use it now. So that was a game changer. She'll talk about things like website domain names, business cards, brochures, all your marketing stuff, business admin, practitioner clinic requirements, appointment bookings, software, accounting software, payments, invoicing, all of those sorts of things that you need to get up and running in your business. So that was really invaluable. And module 6 is just really a wrap up. She'll cover off on a lot of questions throughout this module, and she'll show you how to do an online session, and just cover off on a few things that she's already probably gone over. There's a few more little extra tidbits that are included in the wrap-up session, but it's a really great way to kind of bring everything together. She'll also cover off on your membership and insurance and just final certification requirements that you'll need to know if you want to get certified. Assessment wise, with the EMK courses, the courses you do with me, if at the end of each course you'll get a certificate of completion to say you've done the course, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily proficient in the course. So you'll get the completion, but if you want to be proficient and tick that one off, if you are going through the pathway or just want to complete that module in full, you will have to do the assessments. In class during the weekend, we do an informal oral presentation. This one's super easy. If we're doing chakras, I might give you the base chakra, ask you to talk for 2 minutes about the base chakra. You're just covering off on information that we've learned. It's open book. You can read from the booklet, super easy. And the practical assessment is just your kinesiology balance that you'll do on another student. Outside of that, to get your proficiency certificate, you need to do 6 case studies on friends and family, and there's also a multiple choice and short answer questionnaire there as well. As part of Denise's program, she has 2 assessment tasks per module, so each of those 6 modules. These are things like creating a social media post, it could be creating your session sheet or your new client questionnaire, things like that. Creating a meme for one of the workshops was one of the other ones. And then she's also got multiple choice and short answer questions as well. That's just a snapshot again of the course structure. Some of those say online. None of mine will be online in 2025. They will all be in person. And that's just the attendance hours, days, the hours that you need to complete, and the total fee for each course and in total. These are the instructors around Australia. I'm not listed there, haven't updated this presentation. So those are the instructors in Victoria. Lise is soon to go in St Kilda. She's only doing Queensland now, she's moved, so I will be there in Vic. We've also got instructors in New South Wales, Queensland, and South Australia and Western Australia as well. So there's just some information. If you want to know more about EMK, you can visit the EMK website or EMK Instagram page. And also my details are there with my website, Instagram, and Facebook, which I'm sure many of you watching already follow because that's how you got this link. So in terms of enrollment, you can jump onto the website, visit more information about the courses. You can enroll there as well. And if you've got any questions, as I said, please reach out, send me a message via Instagram, Facebook, send me an email, or reach out if you want to have a chat over the phone as well. There's the course dates for 2025, all held out of Wonthaggi Soul Space. They will all be in person. You don't have to commit and pay to each of the courses up front. You can if you want, but you can pay as you go. You can enroll into Kinesi, do that one. Next, enroll into 5 Elements, do that one. Next, enroll and pay into Meridians and do it that way. So there will be a closing date for enrollments. The Kinesi intro course in Feb, the enrollments close on the 1st of Feb. And so to secure your place now, you can pay a deposit of $250. The total course is $800, so the remaining $550 would be due 14 days before the commencement date of the course. So we are kind of getting close to that, but I need to have that commitment from everybody because I need to know how many manuals to order and have everything ready that I need for the course and that you get for the course ready to go, and organized before we start. So that's why I need that confirmation and commitment and to have everyone paid and enrolled. So if you've got any questions around that, please reach out. I would love to hear from you. I think that's all I had for now. Thanks again for tuning in. I know it's a bit dark in here in this space, but it's late now at night. So I will let you all go. Thanks again for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.